we got to start hitting record whenever we start, bro, because we just start talking, and the next thing you know, it's been a half hour, and we're like, shit, let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. Well, let's continue that thought. We were talking about going to the chiropractor, massages, and then you were just about to talk about cupping.
Yeah, man. So what I've discovered,
I've never done.
Which I've discovered, I would say, at this stage of my life, one of my big things for the year has been to invest more and focus more on just like my overall like health, not just like hitting fucking numbers in the gym, but it's like how I feel overall. So I've been a lot of my time, energy, and money this year has been spent on investing in like my body and how it feels and how it's moving, how it's working. Outside of like the surgery shit that I obviously needed to get or whatever, right? So one of the things that I've been focusing on and doing. I've been getting massages for some years now, probably like a good 5 years. But that's more like relaxation, type whatever. But what I mean is like focusing on shit for like function on my body. So like gotten into like cupping, chiropractor. I don't know we've talked about it on here before. Peptides is one. So those are like the big three things that I've been focusing on as of late, and phenomenal change. Like I said, I went to the chiropractor today, and I forget what the little fucking thing they wrap around your head and like your neck around your jaw.
Oh, they did that?
Yeah, it looks kind of crazy. But like, bro, that shit. I know it looks crazy, and I'm sure like you see like the cracking videos and shit on the internet or whatever. I was like, but that shit feels amazing to like just kind of decompress your spine, decompress some of your joints in your body, because my back. So I'm having not necessarily issues. Like one thing I've noticed since my surgery and like some of the healing process is, since this is my third surgery, obviously the connectivity of the ligaments and the muscles and shit on my right side from that surgery is different than the left, right? So you have a little bit of an imbalance there. So like I've noticed in the healing of my knee, my right hamstring is very, very tight. It's very, very loose. Not actually loose, but like very, very tight. So I start to cramp a lot easier than I would have normally. And it's a lot different than like my left side, especially doing like curls or like.
Is it weaker?
Not weak. No, not weak. It's just the length of it is it's different than my left side. My left side is like perfectly healthy, knock on wood, and unscathed. But the right side, I've had the shoulder, the fucking, fucking this fucking wrist, like everything that's happened to my body is literally happening on the right side. So it's like it's adjusted, but I feel the difference in there. It's actually something I actually didn't know. I learned today. I was telling the chiropractor about it, because they put you on this table that kind of like pulls you apart, kind of like it's designed to like decompress your spine, like kind of like pull it apart, loosen up some of that stuff, and kind of like move you around, loosen it up. And I was like, yeah, man. I noticed, because I went to him right after, probably like a good month or so after my surgery. He was saying like, yeah, it's typically what I see a lot of. And I was like, I didn't know this, is that your hamstring is not actually connected to like the back of your knee, is connected a little bit lower than that. He's like, so when you have like inflammation and shit, like and it's changing. He's like, that's why you're feeling a difference in the pull and the tightness. He's like, so your hamstring might not necessarily be tight. It's like it's a little bit longer because you have a little bit more scar tissue, so it's adjusting to the thing. I was like, oh, that makes fucking sense. Well, I'm doing like fucking cedar curls. I'm like, why is my right leg fucking? It's like I'm about to, we all know that feeling when that cramp's about to come.
Yeah.
It's like I was like, damn, it's only on the right side though. It's crazy. Cupping is one.
What does cupping do?
So cupping kind of like pull it, so it's suction, right? So I've done the one where it's like the machine kind of just put the cups in there, and the machine does the suction. And I've had the fire cupping as well, where like they literally like the old school way, with like the glass and shit on there, and they fucking I can't even tell you what they do on the back, because obviously you're laying down for it. But like I hear the fucking on the liner, and they come it down. But essentially what it does is it draws the blood to that area, right? So I can go in there and be like, hey, my lower back and my right shoulder underneath my shoulder blade is giving me some issues today. Right? Like, it's the same chick I always go to. She's all right, cool. They start you off with like a light massage, kind of just like, get your skin warmed up, apply whatever shit they're putting on it so you don't fucking burn you. And like they do this, so the suction kind of like when they light it up, it creates the suction on its own, and they move the cups around, kind of like draw the blood to that portion of your body. So whatever, so obviously the blood, you need blood, to get there to help, regenerate and heal whatever's ailing you. So that's a big one. The chiropractor is a big one. Bro, I'll tell you. And I've been telling you this for like a month now. The peptide thing is great. It is awesome.
I'm working on getting on it. I've been busy, bro, but I'm going to get it.
Definitely awesome. My knee feels fucking like night and day. I was actually brought back to do a fucking some agility stuff. I did some box jumps for the first time in like almost a year last week. Definitely, highly suggested. But now I see why guys like who are known for like their longevity, like LeBron, who
they're
just
all on
end
that
up
shit.
playing a long time. I'm not the most flexible guy anymore, but the next thing is I don't know if you know who Joe Johnson is, professional basketball player Joe Johnson. He played for the Nets for a long time and the Hawks for a really long time. But he's now like I don't say a resurgence because he's been a professional athlete for the last fucking 20, 25 years, right? Top notch NBA guy, right? But he's now into like yoga. He's big into like yoga and hot yoga to like extend the longevity of his body. And I'm like, so I
Yes.
follow him. And I was like, ooh, maybe like, I know it seems fucking, I don't want to say girly or whatever, but it's not the first thing you think of when you think about like athletics and shit like that. But I'm like, you know what? Now the few times that I've actually done it and tried it, it is very fucking challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah, yoga's not pussy shit by any stretch of the imagination at all.
Not sponsored, no affiliation, but there's a YouTube Breathe and Flow,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't remember which one. It's a male and a female. I don't know if they're married or not. Whatever. But anyway, the male dude, because females have different levels of flexibility than
Oh,
men. So a lot of dudes that try to get into yoga and it's a
yeah.
female, they're like, I can't do that shit. My body don't bend like that. One, he talks about it, but then two, he shows you things, and it's kind of. I mean, there's I don't know hundreds of videos, but it's like strengthening. I mean, there's all kinds, but it's like you can mimic what he's doing because he's a
Mm-hmm.
dude. My groin doesn't go that way, bro.
Yeah, sorry.
But
I got
yeah,
balls. So,
yeah,
stretch
I
out
can't
that
be
far. My bad.
squeezing my legs together. No, but he does some shit that I'm like, bro, how the fuck? But no, I've been on that shit for a few years, and I highly recommend. But I want to back up. So with my knee, it's embarrassing because I'm crushing the PT. I'm doing all the
Mm-hmm.
stuff I'm supposed to be doing. But then we get to like one-legged bridges or something stupid. I have been able to do this for 40 years.
Yeah.
I caught a cramp so bad I almost fell off the goddamn table. I was like, oh, my hamstring has gotten so fucking weak. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know it's embarrassing to me. And the lady laughed, but whatever. But I need to get back to going to the chiropractor. With that being said,
Mm-hmm.
I've never had the whatever where they pull your fucking head.
Oh,
You
the
see
white strap.
people's
That's right.
reaction. Is it like that? Like, is it a
Yes.
blood rush to your head, or like what is it like? Why do
It's
they
not like
react that way?
not a blood rush. It's relief, and it's also like I don't want to say shock, but it's like you're responding to one. I guess the violent nature of the pull. You know what I mean? So like it's almost like you're not what you're responding to is being caught off guard. Sometimes like, you know it's going to happen, you just don't know when. Right?
Yeah.
It's like when they hold you over, like you've been like a roller coaster, and they kind of like
Mm-hmm.
stop at the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you all right, cool, and then you're like, oh shit. So it's that feeling, and then it's the oh shit that just happened, and then the oh oh okay
I'm
yeah I
not
felt
paralyzed. Great.
yeah I felt that like the surprise. I think surprise is the third one, right? So you get the oh shit, then the ooh, then the oh thank God, okay, I'm not paralyzed. I'm still here. I'm
I can
still
still smell cinnamon.
exactly. So like I said, today got me pretty good in a few spots, and I was like, ooh, I actually feel like half an inch taller. Crazy.
Ooh.
Yeah, just
Let me ask you this, because when I was going to the chiropractor regularly, for 2 to 3 days afterwards, my neck would
hmm
be like sore from the adjustment.
hmm
You were talking about how he adjusted your leg, holding it at some weird angle. They would do that to me, and it always felt
yeah.
amazing, and I never had any issues. But the neck, they would always, I don't know, half of it, I don't know if it's true or not. Like you hold a lot of stress in your neck and your upper
Yeah.
back. And they would
hmm
adjust it. Again, they never did the thing that you're talking about. I've seen it on the videos. I get what you're saying, but I've never had it done to me. But they would
hmm
adjust it, and I always felt amazing that first day. And then the next day, I'm like, shit, it's sore. And then like the second day, I'm like, I get a headache. I'm like, oh my God. But then third, fourth day, I'm like, oh, I'm so happy I did it. So I was doing it like once a month or maybe twice a month. I can't remember what I was doing, but I'm a big fan. I need to get back into it. But
Yeah, that feeling is similar to like a deep tissue massage. Like you might feel a little bit worse before you feel better. You know,
yeah,
I mean, there's I guess you call it a little bit of trauma to your body or
yeah,
whatever. The lady I go to, she's really good about mixing in a little bit of like relaxation with some work. She's very very tiny, so she has like tiny hands. I tell her she got like tiny little fingers to like get in between my muscle fibers, to, like get in
oh
there.
shit, bro.
And especially like with like I said, the big one was my shoulder, but she's able to kind of like put my
Get in
arm
there,
up and like get her fingers like in like my armpit and like get in there and like loosen. Oh,
shit.
ooh, it
They could
is,
bring you to your knees, bro.
bro. And I
All
said
right, all right.
massage for a long time, but I literally had to tell them, now listen, I know I'm a bigger guy. I'm here to relax. You don't have anything to prove. Please, I'm not here to get hurt. I don't want to be in pain. I don't like pain. It's not what I'm here for. I don't want to be. I want to feel good when I leave here, not be sore for the next 2 days. No.
They feel like they need to hurt you, so they stick their elbows. Like, I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need that.
I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't want that. I don't want that whatsoever at all. I was like, please do not put your elbows on me.
Now, let me ask you this: do you go draws on or draws off, bro?
Draws off.
Did they get into that butt cheek, bro?
Well, they do it not under the towel, but you know.
No, bro. I'm not saying they're going up in your booty cheeks, bro. But yeah.
I'm like, why would you go there and not get your glutes massage? It's a muscle,
bro. And people carry so much stress in there too,
right?
But what we're talking about, bro, I would say most men do not do this. They do not like people touching their body, touching their feet. I've had so many buddies of mine. I'm like, you need a massage, bro. He's like, bro, I ain't letting nobody touch my feet. I'm like, what?
First of all, you can tell them not to do that, but
you can tell them whatever, but they just don't like the idea of people touching them. I'm like, well, then continue to be sore and stiff and hurt, and your body's all fucked up.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm not saying that I understand it, but I'm like, I guess if I'm going to, like I said,
you're very different, bro. You talk about shit that most men don't do.
I have a female masseuse, right? Because I feel comfortable with females, right? But in the same, like I don't feel uncomfortable. So I guess I'm understanding a little bit what they're talking about. If I had like I said, I have a male chiropractor though, right? Who still touches you, whatever, and you know, to kind of like fold you around and be able to get shit done. I don't feel uncomfortable at all with that by any stretch of the imagination. Even in college, we had male, what do you call them? Athletic trainers. Athletic trainers. You know what I mean? Who like tape you and like, hey man, I got a a fucking knot in my fucking calf. Can you rub that out for me? Don't feel uncomfortable about that shit either. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly right.
I think, but I guess not that I would feel uncomfortable, but it wouldn't be my preference to have a male masseuse for like relaxation. I guess.
Yeah, but you got some shit fucked up.
Yeah, so maybe that's what they mean. But if I needed some like super super deep tissue, I know I'm a bigger muscular guy. I don't know if the masseuse that I have will be able to like get in there without like standing on the fucking table and like digging that shit in there. Whereas if I just went to like a male masseuse, it wouldn't be as challenging for him probably. But at the same time, like you said, that shit doesn't 100% completely comfortable with myself. So I
will say I did go to Thailand. Mm-hmm. And I got a massage. Nothing crazy, nothing whatever. It was at a hotel, blah, blah, blah. There was none of that shit. Nah, bro. I don't know that I could even do that, to be honest with you. I don't know, bro. Whatever. What was funny, because they are fucking tiny people, she was up. She climbed up on the table. I'm like, hey, and they had like a pole or something, so she could push her feet down. I was like, oh, like she felt like she weighed 300 pounds, bro. She may weigh 80 pounds soaking wet, but she was like, yeah, fucking my shit up. They got skill sets over there. Again, I know, whatever, comments and shit. It was none of that shit. I've never done none of that shit. Oh, my God, bro. If it's not a report, it didn't have it, bro. Let's see. So chiropractor, massage, cupping. We talked about peptides. What else? I think that's it. Well, you did bring up yoga. All right, cool. Again, a lot of men, well, I keep saying most men, a lot of men that I know, they don't do that shit. They don't even want to talk about it. They're not interested. They just want to be in pain. Their hips hurt. Their knees hurt. All that. I'm like, well, what are you doing to address these issues? Nothing. Okay, well.
Let me just say this, bro. Not that I haven't known this for a while, but I just want to say it out loud. There is no trophy for the shit that you endure. There's no trophies for enduring shit.
Come on. Speak so like, it, bro. I like that.
You don't get trophies for that shit. Like, I endured poverty. I endured this. I endured that. But you don't get it. First of all, it's not designed to be that way. You don't get a trophy for how much shit you can endure. Not to say that nobody cares. Like, I get it. I get it. You speak to perseverance. Like, we've all endured some shit, right? So we've all persevered.
I've been in pain for 20 years. Why?
For 20 years, bro. I've been in pain. I've endured a lot of shit. Pain and suffering in your body, emotionally, whatever. We've all endured some shit, right? But you don't get a trophy for that. That's not a badge of honor. That's great. I mean, I just don't think it's a badge of honor. It should be like speaking to like going through shit it's not designed that way. Like, you're not supposed to. You don't
have to.
You don't have to. If you don't have to, why the fuck would you do that? I don't understand.
Let's talk about this too. Let's transition into something else. My children, who've grown up with cell phones and the World Wide Web, which I did not. We're in that weird generation, bro, where I had encyclopedias and you had to get the new editions every year because new shit. All that shit. I can't tell you how many times they call me and ask me or text me, hey, how do I do this? I was like, well, and again, I could be an asshole. Let me use the World Wide Web on my phone, which I'm assuming you have too, and Google exactly what you just asked me. Oh, look. And I send them the art. I'm like, you have the access to all of this and yet you still persist.
Yeah.
In asking me these questions. I don't
YouTube
understand.
University is great.
I don't understand, bro.
I learned a lot of shit through YouTube, right?
Holy hell.
But yeah, it is. I am noticing that the difference in generation.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think our generation is kind of like right on that cusp of like, I didn't have a cell phone until I was in high school. And even then, all you could do is text on it and fucking call people, right? So
yeah. Bro, I had the original Nextel, bro, where you play Snake and Brick
like
Breaker or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Right? The click of a button. Back then, you had to like, it would take you fucking 2 days to burn a fucking CD, right? And hopefully the shit you downloaded was the actual song that you were looking for, right?
And it didn't get scratched.
It didn't get scratched, right? I was like, I grew up playing Oregon Trail in elementary school on a floppy disk,
bro.
Right?
Yeah.
So my people are like, hey, do you know what this is? I have no idea what that is. It's a floppy disk. What is that?
Bro, you just remind me. Hold on. I'm sorry. Did you ever play Civilization on the DOS program? Do you know what I'm talking about? So the Civilization goes all the way back to floppy disk, and I'm telling you right now, it's crazy. And it's just like Civilization now, but you start off and it's like you know, I don't know, you found a colony, whatever. I don't know. I don't think I ever got past like a musket or something like that. Like playing it for hours.
Mm-hmm.
There was one kid in my class. He popped in his floppy disk. This motherfucker had a spaceship on DOS. I was like, what? So they were already, this is in the 80s, 90s, whatever the fuck it was. So it was possible. I was like, how in the fuck did you do that? He's like, you know, you just got to do these. But I'm like, they had tricks even back then, bro. They had, see, now you're getting on a different topic. Bro. Remember Game Genie for Nintendo? So you get all the cheat codes? Let's go.
Genie. You're like, oh man, I'm like, well, I grew up on.
That's a shit.
Like my first gaming console was a Sega Genesis. No, I take that back. Was a Nintendo, and then I had a Sega Genesis. Fucking Duck Hunt, Sonic the Hedgehog, Cadillac, all this kind of shit, bro. All the original games. But now, like, I do see the obviously I see it a lot more at work, right? Where it's like where you actually kind of had like know some shit versus the people who kind of like are so dependent upon technology that it almost scares me a little bit, right?
Yeah.
For example, they're like, but I seen a lot of the shit I actually didn't know that I didn't know the shit until I became a cop, right? So like one, how to read street signs.
Yeah.
How to read street signs, how to tell where you are based off of what direction you're going based off the numbers on the street signs, what side of evens on this side, odds on that side, where's the zero line in the city. So when you know,
most people don't know that.
Most people have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, you know, direction, a lot of people are directionally challenged, have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I was like, hey, go north. When you get to this road, go north. Is that a right or a left? It depends on which direction you're coming from. It's like, what?
Is it up?
What do you mean up? What the fuck? I was like, do you know how to read a map?
Absolutely not.
I was like, do you know what road you're on?
Probably not.
I was like, do you know what road designation this is? No.
I don't even know what you're saying.
I'm like, all right, okay, but like you see it now with like some of the younger guys and girls at work, where like they're so dependent on technology and like how to like do shit that if it fails, you're like, what? They don't know how to do anything else. I'm like, have you ever handwritten a CRA? They're like, no. I'm like, oh, so you don't know the struggle of. They're like, why do you write in all caps? I was like, because I had to handwrite CRAs.
You got to write through 5 copies.
You gotta write why do you write like this? I was like, because
you got to stab that shit.
That's in the writing of CRAs.
That last copy goes to the prosecutor, and if they can't read it, they ain't gonna do it. Yeah,
you're gonna do this, right? So it's or just in general how to like actually do shit, where you're like how to like build something or like have a drill. Like most of you, I understand it too. A lot of people don't actually have things to do shit either. Like I have a whole drill set. I have a whole section in my garage for like doing work.
All right, bro. Hold on, because I've been personally attacked by that statement.
What you talking about, bro?
Prior to when I lived in Maine, I did not either. I don't know if you're during COVID when I was like started doing projects, and I went to my neighbor and I was trying to do a project. I was like, hey, do you have a saw? And he's like, what are you trying to cut? And I was like, he was like, what kind of saw? And I was like, the one that goes like that. He's like, what are you trying to cut? I was like, wood. He's like, all right, let me cut. I didn't even know there was a bunch of different saws. I mean, I now know, but still.
Yeah. But again, you never needed to build anything. Right?
No, I did not.
But I really, this is something I've thought about over time. It's not even like a doomsday prep kind of thing, right? But I think that if I could go back, right, with what I know now, even if it was to like high school, right? I only want to say beginning of life, right? Because At 5 years old, I would have bought property and I would have bought crypto out of the womb, right? But fucking, if I would just say to like high school, right? Because I think high school time is very important because it's usually, not usually, it is the only time and the last time in your life that you can do something that matters that probably is not going to cost you anything, right? After that, you're going to have to pay for whatever certification, whatever it's going to cost you something, right? High school is the last time you can actually do some shit or get into something that matters that you probably won't have to pay for.
Yeah.
If I could go back now, instead of in the summertime, I would have focused on uh, a different skill over the summer, right? So one summer would have been HVAC, another summer would have been an electrician, another summer would have been fucking carpentry, another summer would have been like welding, and then there you go. Before you leave high school, you have basic skills to like
plumbing.
You would know how to do something one that matters, not just for you, but matters in fucking society, right? I think there's a lot of in society, a lot of people that know things that don't matter. Right? So it's like, oh, I have a degree, and I say this shit about my own fucking. We both have master's degrees, right, in criminal justice. Right?
Yeah, but when the world ends, they don't mean shit.
Exactly. But that's what I mean. I was like, yo, if we all decide tomorrow to fucking, get rid of law enforcement or get rid of whatever, right? That shit didn't exist tomorrow. That shit wouldn't matter for anything. Yeah. People always gonna need a place to live, need to know how to build something. I was like, I think it's more important to get into shit that actually has value. Yeah. That matters for not just yourself, but in society, right? That brings value. So it's like, and that's why I've been really big in these last few years on like getting tools, learning how to do shit, gaining skill. That's why I'm doing the fucking diving thing. Well, I mean, obviously, one, it's great for the other shit I do at work, right? But I just like, another skill I can learn. Sweet, awesome. I want to learn how to do that. If I could fucking learn how to fly planes,
legit skills though, bro. You got.
Yes, I'm saying learn how to fucking fly planes next. Awesome. Teach me how to fucking fly a plane, how to fly a helicopter, how to fucking all these house projects that I fucking done with my fucking. When I had snails get up into my fucking AC line, I learned how to fucking get rid of that shit too. Mm-hmm. So like, I think skills in society are important. And I think we've kind of like gotten away from that. I think as the main focus of shit. Yeah. Where it's like, no, I have a fucking college degree. I was like, in what? In fucking whatever studies. Okay. Again,
what happens when the lights go out?
Yeah, when the lights go out, then what?
Yeah, what happens when your bathroom floods? I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I'll call somebody. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's what you think. All right, cool.
Yeah, exactly. No, I hear you on that. I told my kids, I was always like, you should take carpentry, electrical work. HVAC's a good one. Plumbing, just learn how to use fucking tools, basic tool class. I don't even know what the fuck you'd call it, but because I was in my late 30s before I even knew what the fuck I was doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's different size Phillips head screwdrivers for different screws and there's drywall screws, wood screws, metal screws. Like, again, some people listen to this and be like, yeah, you're a fucking idiot. But I grew up in the city. I didn't know what the fuck. I had no idea.
You didn't know. No. And I won't credit my parents was they grew up in I don't want to say fucking. I guess they would call it the country too, but like in a little bit more of a rural part of Florida than I grew up in, right? Like, but they actually grew up in a place where like you had to like know how to like do shit.
Yeah, because nobody's coming to help you.
Nobody's coming to fix it, right? Yeah. So like how to bro, just basic shit. I saw this shit a few weeks ago. They were at the academy, and there were people who didn't know how to change the tire.
That still blows my mind. That I did know. I can say, rest assured, I knew how to do that. Yeah, and change my oil ish. It depends on the car, but
or find it, but just how to change the battery.
Now I will say this because my grandma and my grandfather grew up back fucking woods. Mm-hmm. She had a TV that was a tube TV that had like the old fuse tubes or whatever. She would put a penny in that bitch until it burned out, and then she just put another penny in it. I was like, oh my God, bro. And you get somebody, especially in Maine, you get these DIYers. They're like, I remember something. I can't remember what happened. I was helping my buddy, and he took the drywall out, and he's like, what the fuck? And whoever had owned it previously, instead of using insulation, had used newspaper, had rolled up newspapers and just like stacked. I don't know. I was like, how long you lived here? You didn't know? He's like, I had no idea it was fucking newspapers as my insulation in my whole fucking house.
It will work.
I guess it worked, bro. I don't know.
It will work. It will burn as fast as fuck. It catches on fire.
Yeah, I don't think it's fire rated, but all right, you probably need to fix that, Playboy. But
tell you that.
You know what? Going back in the day, though, how many phone numbers do you think you remembered when you were a kid?
All of them. All the important ones.
How many do you think you know now, off the rip? Besides your mom and like whatever. I bet it ain't as many as you knew back then.
It's not, bro. It isn't.
Nah,
you know
bro.
what? It's something that I still do now. I don't save a lot of phone numbers by name.
Why?
I recognize the numbers, right? As like who it is, and so especially like because especially at work numbers because they change so often. Like the squad changes so much. I can look at a number and be like, oh yeah, that's so and so. I don't even have to like read the conversation. But as far as like remembering the number,
yeah, interesting. Now I want to bring it up because we were talking about this beforehand. It wasn't a topic that we were going to discuss. Pinning conversations, and I am fascinated that you disagree with me. Your significant other, your children, and you're my best friend. So yeah, because you go to the top. Why is that? Why is that non-manly or not a thing that you? I don't understand what you're saying to me. It's
I
not
just don't
every.
do it.
Huh?
I don't do it. I don't see the need to do it.
No.
I just don't.
No.
I know where, but again, I know where it was in the conversation. Let's go to it. Or you like when you open your thing, bro. There's this little thing at the top. It's a search bar.
No.
You just type the name in.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You and I are going to disagree on this, bro. No. The answer is no.
I don't pin conversation.
That is insane.
I
hope somebody comments on this, bro. Maybe I'm wrong, bro. Maybe I'm wrong. Just like the inner city thing, maybe I'm wrong. I still stand by it. I speak very specifically. If inner city does not mean high crime, poverty, whatever, because if I wanted to say high crime, poverty, I would say that. That's not what I'm saying. You lived within the city limits, inner city. I don't understand all this other stuff. Just like pinning conversations. If they're important to you, they're at the top, bro.
We're at the top of my brain.
You don't even do that for your mom.
No.
Bro, that's wild, bro.
I don't pin conversations. I know where the conversations are in the thread. I know where it's at. I can read. Bro. Well, I can read. Oh, yeah, touch my mom back.
I don't know, bro. I'm gonna kick that to the audience, bro. I hope somebody comments on that shit. If I'm wrong, fine. I'll be wrong. I can. But also wrong.
At the same time,
I can be passionately wrong.
I don't have 30,000 conversations. So
shut the hell up. Yes, you do, bro.
Because when we're offline, I would say that's like a female thing to do. But I also don't have 35 conversations going on at the same time.
I strongly disagree. I know how many people you know just in the city, let alone in your trap. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, you know what I do when I have something to say? I pick up the phone and I call.
We're going to move on because we're just going to disagree about this.
I call, I FaceTime, I talk to them. Like, yeah.
I will say
this. I am a very bad texter when it comes to when I am wearing my watch.
Yes.
I notice that I do this, especially while I'm working, right? Because I don't put my phone in my pocket. It usually just stays in the car, right? Because I got a watch on. Yep. In the middle of something, get a text, read it, will have responded in my brain, formulated it, right? I thought about what I said. Okay, I read that. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna respond to that in a minute. Cool. Boom, 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 boom. You kind of get sidetracked going around, right? Yeah. So like then you get like the question mark or like the double text. But I was like, the phone call was like, I text you back. No, you didn't. I'm like, bro, you said this, and this, and I go back and then I said, okay, that's my fault. What I was gonna say was, it's like they're like, oh, you did the thing again. I'm like, yeah, okay, my fault.
Yeah, I know you and I love you, so I don't take it personally. But yes, you are terrible. But what I will terrible at texting. Yeah. But what I will say is, you are much better than I ever will be at. You will spontaneously FaceTime, call, check in.
I do check in.
It's been a few days, whatever it is. You're like, yo, bro, what the fuck? You are much better than me at that. So I will say that 100%. But you are god awful at texting back.
Yeah, horrible.
Sometimes depends on what you're doing.
Yeah,
fair enough. But let's transition to that. I want to talk about upcoming LA trip, bro. Let's fucking go because we got that shit booked. So for those of you listening, the Street Tales Network team is flying out to LA, and we are going to be doing a bunch of recordings at a professional studio, the Village Studio. I get confused because it's just called the Village, but then if you look it up, it's like the Village Recording Studio. It's all these names, but it's in Beverly Hills. Well, hold on, I shouldn't say that. It's close to Beverly Hills, but it is fucking gorgeous.
It is historic.
Professional studio. For those of you who want to look, the Village, either look up the Village Recording Studio, whatever. But the Village in Los Angeles, you'll see it. We're going to record some trailers, some commercials. We're going to do some episodes with the whole team, which is going to be interesting. And we're going to cut a bunch of episodes. And we're also going to be talking about and learning keynote speaking and hopefully my book. I say my book, bro. I don't know. You and I have talked about this offline, but it's the Street Tales book that I've put together. And I'm feeling some type of way about it. I'm excited about it. It's a podcast book. It goes into stories. It's going to have I think I'm very excited about it. I haven't found anything like it out there. The closest thing is like the Chicken Soup for the Soul stuff in the form of conversational short stories.
Yeah.
But this is also, you're going to have a QR code so you can follow along if you want to for the specific episodes that it correlates to.
Yeah.
And we're going to do all this shit. We're going to do all these trailers and promos, and we're going to record some episodes, but it's going to be a fucking good time, bro. And I think I don't think it is the first time we've all been in the same room together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very
doing
this podcasting, not doing cop shit or just fucking around. Bro, I'm really looking forward to it.
It's going to be a great experience, great opportunity.
Damn right.
I'm looking forward to it.
First business trip, bro.
Yeah, not just to do that, but also, like I said, I looked up the studio. It's very a lot of history in that building. You know my love for music, so I'm also excited to just see
get ready. Get ready, bro. All the albums are on there, bro.
Yeah, so that part I'm doubly excited for that.
Yeah, and Jeff and Tina, they're excited, so they're looking forward to it.
It's a good time, bro. I'm excited.
I finally get to share some of my travels with you.
Not excited about the fucking jet lag, but definitely excited.
I keep trying to warn everybody. Everybody's just still in their mind. I know you travel, but I'm like, y'all motherfuckers gonna be tired, bro, because it's flying. You're on a different time zone. We're gonna be getting up. It's not the right time. We're gonna be recording 4 to 6 hours a day. It's gonna be fucking tired. Yeah, I'm excited. Wow. It's amazing how quickly I got out of that when I left the Secret Service. Like I'll travel. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta sleep for like 2 days. I was like, I used to do that shit back to back, land and then have to work the day I landed.
Oof.
Yeah, bro. Like 12-hour shifts. Like, ain't no fuckery.
Yeah. I'm in the same time zone. I hate doing the super long shift shit and then quick turnarounds with that. But even that on the same time zone is difficult. I can imagine the back and forth and I'm in Central, now I'm in Eastern, now I'm in Pacific time, specifically 9 a.m. You know what I mean? But
bro, after LA, we might have to do an international Street Tales trip, bro. Now, when I say Street Tales, that encompasses Street Tales, 56'N. And I've been harassing Mo because she's supposed to be doing one with her sister called I'm trying to have a conversation with you. So I'm like, Mo, what's going on, bro?
What's going on?
Where we at, bro? It's funny, bro. People they always like, oh man, I always wanted a podcast. We're getting off topic, but it's fine. It's amazing how many people want to start a podcast that don't, or start it and they realize how it's difficult. It can be. I would say that it's a lot easier as long as you have somebody. I have nothing but tip of the cap to people who can sit there and just talk into a fucking camera by themselves. I have a new appreciation for it because I did one. I think it lasted 26 minutes, and I was like, I don't like it. I can't do it.
Yeah. I'm too concise of a speaker to speak.
I need to feed, bro. I need to feed off whatever's going on. But then on top of that, I mean, there's all these stats and stuff. There's like fucking, I can't remember stats now. Of course, I always bring this shit up when I haven't looked it up. It's like 1,000 podcasts get started like every week or every day, whatever the fuck it is. Most of them don't make it past. Most of them don't record 8 shows. Most of them don't make it past the first 2 weeks. And then of every podcast that does that, less than 1% actually make it to 50 shows, 100 shows, and then monetization is a whole nother fucking thing. Yeah. So Street Tales just hit 3,000 downloads and 50 shows, 56 on the tail, but we're getting there.
Congratulations! It's a big one.
To us, bro.
You reminded me of one that I've been. I guess it's a show, but I guess it could be a fucking podcast. It is. I guess I think it's on Showtime, but it's essentially people in therapy and like but it's the same therapist, right? But like it's different couples and they're talking about their fucking relationship things. I think that'd be a super super dope. As a podcast, as the idea just for the show. I don't know how many people would be willing to like air out their fucking dirty laundry or their the marital issues on a podcast or on TV in that format.
For free.
I think it's a dope shit. It's very very interesting to watch the dynamics of people, and outside looking in is always one thing, and it's like but it's easy to do that when your emotions are removed from said situation, right? I think it's very, that is one of the biggest things that interests me as of late is the dynamics between people. I was telling you about it. I think I've been doing it at my house as part of my own therapy, whatever. It's called like substance nights, right? So I'll get a few people over, and obviously I have a full bar here. have food or whatever, and kind of like go through these prompts. So have like these different card games have prompts or whatever. It's kind of like get to know people better, beyond the fucking the surface level bullshit. Like, oh, tell me about your favorite color, or tell me about your dog. I don't give a fuck about that shit, right? It'll be shit like like it'll be like what's one apology that you never got that you always wanted, right? Shit like that. Right, so it's and again, it's I do a whole fucking spiel when people come over. It's a safe space. So it's nothing that I would ever fucking record unless people wanted to do it. But I think it'd be like a great another interesting thing, maybe something that in the future to add to the network. But it's
why don't you bring that shit to LA, bro? We'll do it with the team. We'll pick like 5 or whatever.
Yeah, I
think the answers will surprise you.
Yeah, it's most obviously I don't invite fucking strangers in my house, right? But it's people that you kind of like know in some form or fashion.
I know your other best friend, Blueberry. I got it, bro.
not even that, but it's like people that you feel like so. I don't know he won't mind, but McCartney and his wife came a couple weeks ago.
He needs to be on the show too. God damn it! Yeah. He said he would in August.
Yeah, he will. He just got back from I think they were in Minneapolis for some sort of conference.
The crisis negotiator. I saw that, but no excuses, bro. I traveled all the time. I don't give a shit.
One of those. Him and Dog. So but him and his wife came, and he was like, "Bro, this is actually really nice. This is a lot different than I thought it was going to be."
Well, hold on. Was it just him and his wife and you talking about this shit, or was that?
No, I usually invite like 4 to 5 people. So it's usually like 5 to 6 people ish, maybe.
I'm about to say, bro, that's okay. All right.
To make it, obviously you don't want to have too many, right? My house is not too big. But you don't want to make it overly crowded, but you also want to give people the ability to kind of like to speak without having to like go around the room, finding
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think 5 or 6 is a good number where it still feels like you're not the only one, like the pressure not on you, but also like there's not too many people either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I always give a disclaimer. Hey, you can answer any question as deep as you want to, or as in depth as you want to, or not at all. That's also fucking fine. So it's like, hey, tell me how many people you've ever fucking you fucking killed. If you don't answer that, you don't have to answer that. Like, and also like you probably shouldn't answer that.
Or what counts as what counts towards your body count? That was always a fun one.
Exactly.
Oh shit, bro! We were doing that when I was in the service. We would do that in the security room. It was amazing. The answers were surprising.
Yeah, you're like, that's what you think? Oh,
interesting. So that's what you think. Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Anyway.
No judgment, but yeah. No judgment.
Fair enough, bro. Do you want to get into we went off topic, bro. We've been going, but we were going to talk about. I want to talk about fighters and the money, Leo training online, which I'm not a fan of, and then we were going to talk about college recruiting shit.
Yeah, let's get into it.
You want to get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Fighters and money.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just stuff that's been popping up. Again, I just go off what's ever in my feed. I have no idea if it's a hot topic or not. But yeah. Things that make me pause and go, I don't know if I agree with that or not. But people get real pissed. Fighters have been more vocal about their shit. It's not just UFC, although they shit on the UFC. And I guess the question I'll pose is this: you are a no-name fighter. Mm-hmm. You get to fight on the biggest stage in the fucking world. Get your name out there, but nobody knows you. They don't know if you're gonna win, and you're still gonna. And I listen. I get all your training, your experience, your time. I understand all the things, but nobody knows who the fuck you are. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna make 50 to 100 grand or whatever. Again, your first fight. Not everybody's gonna be a Conor McGregor or a Khabib or whatever I'm trying to say. Actually, this is gonna tie into another question. Mm-hmm. But the pissiness I'm hearing, it's like, well, they've spent hundreds of millions of dollars, maybe billions at this point, building the brand. Now you get to showcase your talent. What's the problem?
So I guess my question is what's the issue? They feel like they should get more
money. They want more of the purse or more of the pay-per-view or more of whatever the fuck it is. And these aren't championship fights. I'm not talking about champion. I'm just talking about
absolutely not. Even from a business standpoint, right? Because the only reason we're even talking about money is because this network is already established. 2, just in general. So the business wise, I still say no, right? Because you're you're being given this opportunity to get some exposure based off of this brand and what the brand has built. Put it this way, and I know it's not meant to mean to demean or disrespect any fighter or anybody, right? But the
No, they
brand,
beat the shit out of me. I got it. I got the
but not even that, right? I say, but the brand is what it is, and it is not because of you at this point.
Yeah, it was built
Right?
on the backs of others.
Exactly. So it has nothing to do with you at this current moment, right?
Yeah.
So getting into it, no, you don't really have a sense because you're trying to get in, right? So you have to kind of take what you can get at the moment to get in. Now I will say, as you work your way up, that's when you can negotiate, is because now people are turning in to see you fight, right? So there's that part business wise, and also spirit of fighting, spirit of competition wise, to be the man. What is it? Forget who said this. Was it Ric Flair? To be the man, you got to beat the man. So it's like, if you're
He
not the
also
man,
said, I spent more money on spilt liquor than you make in a year.
exactly, right? I was like, but he can say that because he's the man, right? I was like, so in the spirit of sport, when you're talking about dividing the purse, it's like, brother, it's like if I'm not, so for example, you get like a Floyd Mayweather versus like some unknown fighter. No, you're not gonna get the same split. I was like, people aren't tuning in to watch you; they're turning in to watch him. He's just giving you the ability to make yourself known because he's giving you the opportunity. He agreed to the fight, so yeah, he should get a 20 80-20 split, or if like a 90-10 split or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I was like, but once you start winning and you start to become the man, then you can negotiate a higher purse. Yeah.
Dana White's point was, did he sign the contract?
Well, yeah. Well.
So my question is, did you sign the contract? And what are we talking about?
Of course, you're going to sign the contract.
That was kind of my point.
Yeah, of course you're going to sign the contract.
Yeah. Subsection of that question: why do heavyweights make more money than lightweights? Like I'm like super. So Mighty Mouse, because I think that dude was a beast, and I used to love watching that dude fight.
Yeah.
But he constantly has said, like, yeah, the heavyweights always made fucking 10 times whatever. I don't know, whatever the math was. Mm-hmm. They tuned in because people like to pay more money to watch big dudes fight.
Yeah, that's all it is.
But
no one ever said the heavyweight division was more skilled or more whatever. I was like, no one's. I don't think anyone. I'll put it this way. I can only speak for my opinion, right? I don't think anybody in UFC is saying that the heavyweight division or the higher divisions, heavier whatever, are better than the lower division. I don't think anyone's saying that. What they're saying is they're going off of numbers. More people are tuning in to see the bigger guys fight versus the smaller guys fight.
Yeah,
it's like the whole the gladiator thing, right? It's like, and again, it's not to demean or diminish anybody's skill or whatever. But again, along the similar lines of the WNBA versus the NBA thing, right? No one's saying that WNBA players are not skilled, because they are. And most WNBA players can, on the average Joe, I'd put it this way: I'd take Asia Wilson or Caitlin Clark or Paige fucking Dukers over Diana Taurasi, some of the greats, over your average fucking weekend warrior, dude in a fucking rec league basketball. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No one's diminishing their skill or their talent or by any means, but it's, as far as the numbers go and what people are actually watching, it's not the same thing. So,
all right, we didn't talk about this beforehand, but do you think there's too many weight classes? I think it's every 10 pounds. I don't even know. I'm not on it. But...
I don't even know it.
Bro, it's like every 5 to 10 pounds or whatever the fuck it is, which I think is crazy. Like bantamweight, featherweight.
I don't think
middleweight,
it's
lightweight.
I don't think there's too many, because you want to make it fair. Right? If this is the the weight class where you can either be at the, because even 10 pounds is.
Well, hold on, bro.
That's different, bro.
Hold up. UFC 1 and 2. Hold on.
Yeah, cool.
But hold on. UFC 1 champion. What was his name? He's been all over my feed. Hold on. I'm terrible. Well, it was Royce Gracie, but hold on. Who's the other guy?
Big, huge dude, bro. Definitely out of not matching weight classes.
No, and he was destroying people. But also there was, what was his name? God damn it. He was the fucking man. Let's see. UFC old school champion. But he would fight 3 to 4 fights in one night. Like 10-minute rest, go. No time limit. Just go. Let's see. Champions. Yeah, he's been all over my feed. Of course.
I think Royce Gracie was the first one.
He was the first one, but there's another dude that's been all over my shit. And he wasn't really like a Royce Gracie type dude. He was just a fucking ground and pound. Like he just beat the fuck out of people, bro. And some of his shit was amazing. I used to love it. Of course, now that I want to talk about it, I can't find it. I'm a terrible person. Hold on. Rugged. I know. Some dead time. I gotta look this up.
Let's see.
Sorry, bro. I'll have to edit this shit out. It's gonna drive me nuts to find it.
Matt Hughes?
No.
Not Ken Shamrock.
No. He's older than all that. He's old now, bro. He's like an old dude. He always pops up in my fucking feed. Hold on, bro. I gotta do this. Let's see. Oh, what was his name?
You're not talking about Mark Coleman, Randy Couture.
Let's see here. Where's he at, bro? Hold on. We have a little dead time. Hold on.
Tito Ortiz, Chuck Liddell.
Oh, he fought Tank Abbott. Oh, Don Fry. Boom, Don Fry.
Oh,
bro.
there you go. Yeah.
Look up Don Fry, bro.
Yeah.
He fought like 3 to 4 fights, and it was just his first 10 fights were warehouse fights, like bare knuckle.
But I mean, it
was like they would just go at it, and he was fighting dudes 300-400 pounds. Tank Abbott, he didn't give a fuck, bro. There was the one he did with the Asian dude where they just grabbed each other by the shoulder. They just each other in the face, bro. But what I'm saying is, I mean, that's some crazy shit, bro.
Yeah, but that was before the shit was established. You couldn't really set any terms. You're just trying to get on. So I think, even speaking to the original question, right, is like when you're trying to get on, you don't get to dictate the terms when you're trying to get on. You're trying to gain the whatever. You're trying to gain notoriety. You don't set it.
All right. Well, let's talk about this then. Should there be a max for a heavyweight? Because right now I think it's 260.
Well, so you weigh more than 260, you can't fucking.
Yeah. Brian Shaw, who's 6'8", 400 pounds, can't fight.
I don't think there should be a limit. I mean, because
that big motherfucker. You're a heavyweight. Let's go.
Yeah. No, I don't think
it's crazy to think Mike Tyson was a heavyweight.
He's
tiny, bro. He's tiny, man. Listen, I don't want to get hit by him. There's zero disrespect. Love 90% of his quotes. Dude was a fucking monster, but he was a tiny heavyweight. I mean, he was knocking bitches out left and right.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, heavyweight is heavyweight. Go.
Heavyweight is heavyweight.
Just because you're big don't mean you're gonna win.
I agree. Heavyweight is heavyweight. I mean, they do it in other sports. Once you make a certain weight. Other wrestling shit in Asia.
Sumo
wrestling.
Oh, that shit's fire too, bro. You know what? I've been getting into that on YouTube anyway. I've been watching them things.
Yeah, like once you.
I don't know why it just caught my interest. I'm like, this is crazy.
At certain size, that's who you are. Same with fucking wrestling. Not WWE. So I'm talking about actual wrestling.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, once you hit a certain weight class, that's what you are.
Yeah, and let's go. Get after it.
Yeah, let's go.
Whether you got a man titty hanging out or you just jacked as fuck, it don't matter. This is your weight.
Yeah, not my fault. I'm a bigger man than you. And
it also doesn't guarantee you're gonna win.
Does not guarantee you're gonna win by any stretch of the imagination at all.
Bro, I think there was a clip. I can't remember the dude's name. He's like a gym guy or whatever, but he likes that. He always has all these UFC fighters on. He's always wanting to be like, I'm 260. You think I can win in a fight?
Oh,
he asked like Nate Diaz. He's like, you're a podcaster, bro. I'd beat the fuck out of you.
It's like you're a gym guy and a podcast. I'll beat the fuck out of you.
Beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, it was it's Bradley. I think his name is Bradley Martin. Bradley Martin.
He's like, bro, I beat the fucking brakes off you.
Him, actually, but I think it was Devin Haney was a boxer.
Yeah. Smaller
gentleman, right? But he's like, what?
I beat the shit.
He's like, bro, I'll kill you. What are you talking about? He's like, what if I get my hands on you? He's like, bro,
he gets so mad.
Hands on me? You kidding me? Get the fuck out of here.
Stop it, bro.
Stop, bro.
It's like you've never been hit in the head, but hit in the face, bro.
Yeah.
By someone who knows what they're doing.
So yeah, somebody who knows how to punch. It's like, come on, like, I'll put you to sleep. which I don't doubt.
No.
Now I will say. Now, this is a sci-fi question. Who do you think has the advantage in like a street fight? Stylistically, what style of combat do you think has the advantage in a street fight?
Bro, all street fights go to the ground, bro.
Mm-hmm. Well, so let me back up. So would you say like a traditional wrestler, like a jiu-jitsu guy, a kung fu guy, boxer, kickboxer? Like what do you think?
Ooh, that's good. And they're all like same, like high level.
Yeah, all high level guys.
All black belts and whatever. Let's just call them black belts.
All relatively same level skill.
Bro, so I'm gonna say jiu-jitsu and kickboxing, but I'm having a hard time deciphering between the two. Muay Thai is going to be in that bitch too. I don't know. So all the ones you listed, I'm going to toss it up between, bro. I can't decipher between Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, bro. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and the reason I like Muay Thai is it's knees and elbows. And for anyone who's ever been in a street fight that goes to the ground,
grappling too.
In grappling, see, that's what I'm saying. But like they use knees and elbows, which those things are fucking lethal, and that's what you want to use on the ground. You don't want to use fists, and you can't use feet, bro. That'd be a good toss up. But see, this is the thing, bro. I don't know. Mike Tyson versus Royce Gracie. I don't know. But if Royce gets him to the ground, Mike gonna get choked out, bro. Maybe, I don't know. But see, I don't know because Mike Tyson's a motherfucking monster, bro.
Are you going to be able to get him to the ground? Mike Tyson also at that time in his prime got great footwork neck. Too.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Good footwork too. So
I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that. Yeah, but I like wrestlers too. But I don't know. Wrestlers, nobody ever finishes anybody with wrestling moves that I've ever seen in professional fighting. It's the jiu-jitsu stuff or the knees and elbows, you know, because when they get them on the ground, they're hit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not pure wrestling. So you'd have to learn. Then if see, this is where I don't know, because I've also seen motherfuckers get knocked out by kickboxers. And listen, let me just say this to everyone. I don't want to fight nobody, and a boxer would knock my ass out 100%. And I ain't taking nobody to the ground, too big. But a real street fight, it inevitably goes to the ground.
I don't know, man.
What do you think? I gave you my answer, which was not concise. It was between jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai. But
I think it's going to be a toss-up between a jiu-jitsu guy because of the I guess finishing a fight ability.
See, I'm thinking finishing, not just the techniques of the fight. Yeah, finishing it off. Use all that shit. Yeah.
Arm bars, that kind of shit, right? So if it goes to the ground, you got to go with. I would even say this. Even on the ground, I would probably say a jiu-jitsu guy over a traditional wrestler because of the finishing ability.
Yeah, they can finish you with a wrist, a neck, an arm, an ankle.
I'm saying it's part of it. It's tied into it, right? The wrestling thing is based off like points. Not what I would say. I think overall, wrestlers are probably more explosive, dynamic athletes.
I agree with that 100%.
You know what I mean? When it comes to just like if we're all taking that at same level, I think it'd be a toss up between a boxer and a jiu-jitsu guy.
Really? But why boxer over kickboxing or Muay Thai?
Striking ability. Like the Muay Thai thing, you still, when it comes to the kicking part of it, you still got to get somewhat close to do the kill. Like the kicking thing, you can create some distance, but that jiu-jitsu guy grabs you. You know what I mean? I say like a boxer with great feet and the ability that knows how to manage distance and timing and technique. Once that guy's coming in to come in and grab you or do whatever, it's going to be, put this way, it's going to be difficult, I think, for the wrestler or the jiu-jitsu guy to get inside of the distance and punching ability of a boxer with good footwork.
Yeah.
But obviously, like if you can get past that, then you obviously have an advantage. So obviously, each one of them have a different advantage, right? So if they're standing up, the boxer guy obviously clearly has the advantage. But they're both standing striking.
Do you think the boxer got an advantage over kickboxer and Muay Thai?
I think they both got the strengths and weaknesses, right? So you got.
I don't know, bro. That kick to the fucking quad or the calf or the.
So I'm saying I think the kickboxer with the strikes to the legs, whatever. I was like, but again, I don't think kickboxers are better strikers hands-wise than a boxer would be.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that's what John Jones, everybody bitches about John Jones because he kicks him in the knee, he kicks him in the quad. They're like, man, this motherfucker. You know, he also pokes motherfuckers in the eyes, which I don't know how I feel about that. But
well, I mean, in competition fighting,
he could be poking bitches in the eyes, bro.
Feeling about you fight for your motherfucking life, that's a completely different thing.
Well, that's the other thing. You fighting for your life, listen, bro, I'm doing a fish hook, I'm digging your eyes out, I'm biting you, I don't give a shit. Yeah, I'll take a chunk out.
That's a completely different thing. I think stylistically it would be interesting. I'd say this. I think the kickboxer, because their shit is tied into kicking leg-wise, I think it'll wear. But again, how long are you going to be able to do that?
Yeah. Well, that's why I don't think there should be time limits in fights, bro. Just let them go. How many times have you seen a fight where they're just about to, and they ding, they time it out. Just let them go, man. Fuck that.
But that's also the sport of it too. You want to create some sort of not advantage, disadvantage, right? But some sort of strategy.
Yeah.
Boxing is boxing is one of the most beautiful things to watch sports-wise when it comes to like combat. They call it the sweet science. So when you guys that have good defense like the Floyd or Canelo who can get that distance and move and hit a guy without getting hit. I'm like, well, that's fucking it's art form, right?
When they're bobbing right under,
and they come up and
without looking, and they're just they know what they're gonna do based on their body, the way they stand it. They're like, oh, this is where he's going. Yeah.
Exactly. So you can see the technique and the chest moves in it, that kind of shit. So I think that's great. And that's what in that part of it right there, I think is what will ultimately give a boxer maybe a slight advantage over like a kickboxer wise. You know what I mean? Because they have too many things. I think the kickboxer has a lot of things to manage when it comes to distance, right? So it's like, you know, how long my legs are, my balance. I was like, bro, you missed that kick.
You missed, you're about to get rocked, baby.
You missed that kick, he on your ass. I'm on your ass, Mr. Postman. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think ultimately it's a toss up between slightly a boxer and a jiu-jitsu guy. Slightly over the kickboxer, just a smidge over.
Bro, I think we'll end it on that. We'll save the other ones for the next one, bro.
Yeah,
because that was good. We went off the rails a little bit, but I like it.
Yeah, I'm fucking.
All right, brother.
All right.